Joachim. So, welcome to the episode 4 from our Growth Hackers vlog. Hello, Ori. Another
Hey, how
2
you
weeks
doing?
gone.
I was to say
I'm great.
Helsinki. Hello from Helsinki. Cold day again.
Exactly. Hello from the center of Helsinki. Yes. What did we do in this sprint? So we were starting to test with content marketing, and in this first part of this vlog, we actually look into what have we done. What have we done?
Oh,
Right?
gee, we. That's
And
actually that's the question.
yeah, exactly. What type of content marketing like products did we do, and why is it important? So we look in this episode a bit about that. The second part, we will actually go and create a Facebook ad. So we show how we do that. All right.
Yeah.
Good. Quickly again about ourselves. So I'm Jussi, a product evangelist and community manager at Habit, and together with Odie, we are doing.
Yep.
Alrighty. So what is content marketing? How could we phrase that in one
How
or
do
two
we phrase?
sentences?
I think if we want to summarize it, content marketing is a technique or a strategy for inbound marketing. Inbound marketing, meaning we are generating information that is useful for our potential customers to help them work with the challenges or issues that they are facing.
Yeah.
So in our case that we're talking about user adoption and onboarding and distance learning, we try to tell them what are the common challenges in the new normal now. How could you tackle it? We talk a little bit about the onboarding process, like the 4 steps of the journey, and what type of digital tools can help you, and how to go about it with your employees to make it easier for them.
So you said a very good point. So it's something which helps the customer. So content marketing is that you create something of value and you give it out for free, right? So
yeah,
Russell Brunson said he's this kind of entrepreneur guy of the year. He said, create your most valuable thing and give it away for free. That's content marketing.
I think it's also a fact that customers now they are smarter. Like people they're really looking for information and finding out. And the way that you build trust with your brand is not to put like ads all over the place, is to actually help people. And then they realize like, oh, actually, you become part of the solve problem process of the user or the customer.
Yeah.
By the time they actually are ready to make the purchase and stuff like that, they are already thinking of course I'm going to get it from them, because you've helped them to paint the picture of what to do and how to do it.
Exactly. That creates trust. So in content marketing, so how does it usually work? So you have a research or insight or something you really know well, and if you don't have anything yet, don't worry. Just try to find something what you are really interested in, and become really great in that topic. So you kind of research and insight, and then you kind of set the goal next. Okay, well, what is the thing you want to achieve with sending out or giving away this information? So of course with marketing it is so that nothing is for free, right? So what we try to do is with content marketing is to get contacts, is to get leads, to see, hey, who is interested, who would be actually interested in Habit, right?
Yeah, well, that would be our like the second part of it, the benefit that we get, because you were saying that you're giving something for free. Well, it's not for free.
Yeah.
We're doing an exchange. I help you and you help me. You get some info and I get contact info.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit it's a less evasive way of starting to engage with customers.
Yeah, but that exactly plays into the content strategy. So the process of planning content, desired outcomes. So of course you don't want to just shovel your content in everyone's face. You want to show it to people who are actually interested or have a problem in that certain topic, and then you say, hey, look, dear user, here I have a solution for you. Check it out.
Yeah.
And it has a lot to do with targeting. I think we said it already last time or a few weeks ago, that if you're selling dog food, you don't want to show dog food to cat owners, right?
Yeah.
So it has a lot to do with that. And then when you have the strategy in place, then you create content, and there are like different things what you can do. So we will show 3 examples what we have done now after this slide. But it's basically creating content of value and giving it out. And that's the creation. And then also another part is the content curation. So curation means that you find relevant information in the web or anywhere else and put it in your channels and share it, basically.
Yeah, and part of the content curation, it also helps, for example, in the validation of your content. It's a little bit like when Google says that my English is bad today. The relevance of your content to the people that are looking or making searches. When you're actually quoting someone else, it actually validates, and it gives more relevance of your content, that you just didn't pull it out of your where. So it actually has some background and some justification that it's not fake news.
Yeah, exactly. So then you're also part of it, you have the distribution, so publishing and marketing your content, and then in the end the engagement. And especially here with the engagement, you test, hey, is the content what you create, does it actually create engagement with your audience? Do they like it? Do they download it? Do they look at it? Do they comment it, and so forth? And then then the cycle starts. Then okay, this works. Then you do a next, and then you improve, and then the whole growth hacking cycle starts again.
Yeah, I think the nicer part about content marketing is that if you actually look at the big picture, it works the same way as growth hacking. It's the same process, and both processes. And now I'm gonna be a little bit academic here, but both processes come from design thinking. It's the same 7 steps that. You don't only have to make up stuff and send it out. You have to have a logic, and if you understand the process, then eventually you're able to replicate it faster. So
and eventually it will create result. Yes.
This is where you see that all of these, techniques have a logical foundation. It's not just that we make that up.
Just random.
Yeah, they are not random. Sometimes they look random, but they are not.
Yeah. So what did we do? We created 2 ebooks. So Odi, I'm really proud of you to yank out 2 ebooks in this short amount of time.
Actually.
I had a tech talk with Tomasz Posticek, my MVP friend, and Terho, about robotic process automation with Power Automate Desktop. So and since Happy is about the digital assistant, so the topic makes sense in that sense. So our aim was to create those marketing products, so how to improve remote employee learning, and then how to achieve successful user adoption as ebooks to have them out. So it's the same topic, but from a bit different angle, right? And here again, we are testing both. So which of those ebooks gets more likes or more downloads and so forth. And since one of our campaigns is still running, we don't have the results yet, so we can discuss that in the next vlog then.
Yeah, but I think also part of our strategy would be that they are also complementing each other. You start with how to achieve successful user adoption, and then you would pretty much see at the 4 key factors that you should be considering. But then how to improve remote employee learning, then you're like looking a little bit more in depth about contextual learning and 5 reasons why it's important. So although they are 2 entities that can live on their own, they are related, as in order to as you go deeper in the topic or you want to look for more information, you can move from one to the next, which when we're doing the strategy of content marketing, we thought that, we're going to have these 3 ebooks. The third one is still a working process, that people can actually go download one, and then if they would like to get more deep, then we can recommend the other, like the following two. That would also be linked to our kind of automation and lead evaluation strategy, which is something that we'll talk later maybe. But yeah, so then there is actually some logic behind it. Why do we have three? Why are they connected but still can stand alone?
Yeah, exactly. So let's look at what happened in our social like performance in this sprint. So this was the post we did about the free license, and this means it's the free Habit license what we gave away for 1 month in October, also with free installation costs and so forth. And what happened with all these posts, what we tried to get the free license out, we had basically zero signups for this. So for us, a very valuable lesson. This offer wasn't really engaging with our audience. For what reasons ever.
Yeah, and I think that we actually had to look very hardly into our audience and what is actually a valuable offer for them. Yes. And if I want to talk for the two of us now, but I think that we actually realized that when we're talking about the managers, it's good to make them aware of, but they will not be the ones that say like, oh, I'm going to download this and try it by myself. They actually have a manager, a team member that is kind of like looking into it. So we really have to rethink about our offers in that part, which we're doing.
Yeah, exactly. So when we look now at the first ebook download, and you can see a totally different engagement rating, right?
Yeah.
So if you look at the boosted rates here, about 1,000 people reached and 133 post engagements. So it's
10%.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So, for this type of I mean, for social media analytics, we had a pretty good one, and it also turned out like when you look at it, it makes sense because top management or like the area managers are actually they're more interested in the information, so they probably have this problem. They're looking into it, and then that's when we're, as we do with content marketing, helping them to paint a clear picture of what to do later.
Yeah, absolutely. And this post, this is still running. So I said we don't have yet a clear view on which post like performed better, but this post is a little bit different because it has link clicks that we are searching for link clicks, whereas the other post was a little bit different. And we need to see how these types of posts work in comparison to each other.
Yeah, and again, doing a little bit more of growth hacking and trying to test everything to see what's the difference. In one, we have a button, and in the other one, we don't. We tried to think that, okay, it might be more intuitive for people that they only click on the picture, and maybe the button to say learn more or sign in, it's like,
it's like more, you try to sell them something, whereas here you have actually more, it's more subtle in a way. And what we have noticed, the more subtle way is more efficient.
Yeah, and the other thing that we tried is a little bit with the visuals. The first one, we generated a little bit more of, let's say, we were trying to communicate also visually with the cartoon, the problems with onboarding, like with two computers in digital era, like in the new normal now. With this one, we're trying to be more like personal. So we're showing a person studying by themselves in a forbidden or forgotten place, whereas it kind of like shows sometimes you're alone when you have to do this sort of thing. So one is, let's say, less in your face, a little bit more subtle, as you're saying, and it seems to be that it's getting better, receive better reception on our target audience.
Yeah. So let's see once the promotion ends, what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what happened in our pages compared to last sprint? So in LinkedIn, we didn't do much this sprint. So there's not much movement going on. A little bit better values. Of course, no new followers because you haven't really pushed stuff. But the big thing happened on Facebook, right? So quite a lot of improvements on Facebook, because we have been engaging, we have been yanking out content marketing products, so we could really see. So it here proves again, like, the content marketing really works.
Yeah, I mean, this is a clear, like, the numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
We're doing so much, like, we're having better reaction in Facebook, where we're actually, like, better traction in Facebook, where we're focusing a lot of effort. But then again, we're also not forgetting LinkedIn, because even though we didn't post that much, we did have like a poll. We're kind of like still posting some of the content that we're putting in Facebook and LinkedIn. So, I mean, the idea is not to let it die, but definitely Facebook is showing that our efforts are paying, that our content generation, that our content is being liked and viewed. And I think in likes, that's where we're starting to grow the number of people that are liking and following the page. So
yeah, so the thing with LinkedIn, I think this could be for a separate sprint, where we really try to see what type of posts really create a lot of engagement on LinkedIn, because we have noticed that putting like ads like you do on Facebook and LinkedIn doesn't really work, especially when you promote them. There's really no engagement so much. But what we noticed is that if you have something like a poll, or you ask questions, or you really like ask for some interaction, these type of posts actually work in LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Then we could also try with LinkedIn messaging and so forth, with targeting in that sense. But we do Facebook first, and the next growth hack, we will look more into the Google ads and so forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, talking about Google and website traffic. So here's also two different statistics. The left picture is the last 28 days, and the right one is the last 90 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So quite some stuff happening here when you look at it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can see the bump, like, again, when we're doing growth hacking, of course, we all look for that massive jump, but you have to be a little by little. And this is where we can see that each month we're going like a little bit higher, and you're starting to find a new kind of like baseline to compare our progress for the next round. So if we look at the 90 days compared to where we were at before, I think that we've done a hell of a job.
Yeah.
We started very, very low, and you can clearly see that in September we hit our like new normal as well, where we know, okay, this is kind of like the average of what we're getting, and now we're trying to boost. If you actually look more in depth about the month of October, yeah, we had peaks, highs and lows, but then we also have to consider that we had a holiday week in the middle that really killed our traffic, which 2 weeks ago we were talking about it, that we really suffered with that one.
Yeah.
So
let's see in the next month how it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
all right.
Also you can see also the spike as soon as we started to do the content generation like this week and started to push it, then the chart started to go up again. The spike went up. So
yeah,
I think that
again the content marketing also has a positive effect on your website traffic.
Yeah.
But you said something before very important. So when looking at traffic, it's not the amount of traffic which really matters. It's that the right people look at your site.
Yeah.
So that is the thing what we do, right? So we don't need 1,000 people, but we need maybe 100 people. But these are the ones who are really interested in, okay, what are those guys doing? What is the product doing? And so forth.
Yeah, I think that this is also why we saw on the monthly, like a little bit of a decrease, let's say from the month of September, where we were just like really hitting everything. That maybe there's a little bit less users if you actually see October from like the comparison between October and September, and that's why it says that we have 13% less users. But then again, our bounce rate is for that period is much better. We're like 36 to 40%.
Yeah,
so
which is great.
We have less sessions, but better people coming to the website. And now our goal should be to start to have that the sessions start to last a little bit longer, and also now we're getting to the stage where we are going to start to use tools to identify really who's looking, and this is also when the marketing, like the lead evaluation, is going to pay off, because we are going to be able to offer things to people that are engaging and really start to see, okay, now we have leads and we can evaluate them automatically with how much they engage with us.
Yeah, absolutely. So to wrap up this part 1, the verdict of sprint 4. So what went great? So production of content marketing materials. We really did a lot in 2 weeks. Yeah, two ebooks and video. Also, Facebook audience engagement went well, as we could see. What to improve? Offers. I think we should do maybe some offer hacking sprint, where we really try to come up with the best offer ever. And try different angles on that. So for the goal for next sprint is the improvement again of conversion rates, so that we basically, our goal is to get really people signing up for a demo or having a look at the product, and then also the lead evaluation automation, and that could be also very interesting how to coming for the second part.
Yep, and I think that's something that we now, because of how fast we started to produce it, like we were able to understand how fast can we produce content. I mean, we noticed that, okay, now we can generate our landing pages for each download like faster. We can generate the contact forms faster. And we now know, like, we have built our own, let's say, templates for our own ebooks and type of the information that we want to put out there. So it was a hell of a job. That was, I would say that
Awesome.
was really, really good.
I'm proud of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. And let's not forget that we also started to improve the quality of our videos with the intros and the outros and stuff like that. So they should, if our viewers like it, they definitely leave us a comment if our intros are cool or not.
Exactly. I like them. I find them terrific. Great job. Okay. Hey, that was it for part 1. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Bye.